We're going to explain, we're going to do a lab on Charles' law. So the aim is going to be to determine absolute zero. And the materials we're going to need to use for the lab is a hot plate, a ring stand clamp, a thermometer, a 500 millimeters beaker. It doesn't really matter what kind of beaker you use.
As long as it fits in there.
Exactly. A bucket. It can be a big bucket, the ones we use to wash dishes or clothes or something.
I didn't drop anything.
And we need a rubber stoppers, a glass tubing, and a graduated cylinder. We used a 100 millimeter graduated cylinder, so it really depends on what you want to use. And flasks. So like.
So basically, we're gonna prove Charles' law. We're gonna do instead of doing the calculations, we're gonna do the actual lab calculation. There's like a. Sorry, I dropped this. This is the whole point. I'm not dropping it, but okay. His theory is that instead of doing all this, you can just do this stupid little calculation, which is V1 over T1 is equal to V2 over T2.
So it's
and instead of doing that, we're gonna just do the lab.
We're gonna put his formula into a lab to prove his law.
To prove that. Yeah, to prove his law.
Exactly. Okay, so and why we're in costumes is because it's Halloween. To start, we already started ahead, so we're going to start with filling the bucket with water. And then we record the water temperature water, hot water. We have to put water in the beaker about we put 400 milliliters, so it all depends on how much.
Is this yours?
You have to boil the water, it doesn't matter at what temperature you use it, and then you put the flask in the boiled water for a minute, up to the end when you don't pass the rubber stopper.
So you can pick it up obviously because you don't want your hands to get burning.
And you wait for about a minute.
Ready?
So now it's been a minute, so you have to be careful to put your finger on the and then she's gonna bring it and she's gonna turn it all around and put it all in the water. Okay,
the whole thing.
The whole thing. And for 30 seconds, not now. After 30 seconds, she's going to take her finger out to let the water water come in.
We do that because if not, the air in here is really, really hot, and the water in here is pretty cold. Well, it's not cold, but it's not colder than in here, and it'll have like cold and hot front.
So after 30 seconds, you take your finger out of the
and let it fill.
And you let it fill. It doesn't really until you see that the water doesn't come in the glass anymore.
Okay, so now the water is coming in the glass, and now I'm gonna level the water in the bottle with the level in the water. Okay.
The water. And then she's gonna put her finger again on the tube so the water doesn't come in, and she's gonna just return it and put it on the towel here. And then
after that happens, I can take off the finger.
So you only want the water part?
And I can take off the rubber stopper.
And then you put it in the graduated cylinder, the 100 millimeter graduated cylinder, to record the volume of the water.
Okay, record the volume. While she's recording the volume of the water, I'm gonna go fill this up to the max. Oh wait, I can fill it up here. So, now I filled this up to the maximum, and I'm gonna put the rubber stuff. Watch out, because it's gonna fill up. It's gonna explode. So it's kind of fun.
So you fill the water, the maximum of the flask that can hold, and you have to put it in a chute, not in this kind of graduated cylinder because it doesn't have enough water. So you have to put a huge graduated cylinder. So as we were saying, we have to put the water in the flask, in the huge graduated cylinder. It doesn't really matter how good, as long as you can fill the graduated cylinder and record the volume of how much water, how much the flask can hold water. So then you carefully carefully take out the rubber stop.
It's a pad and it was on the floor.
For the water not to come out. And then you fill it until there's no more water in the flask. Once that is done, you repeat the volume.
Remember to use stick fix.
After putting the volume,
You meant using
the data collected
using the volume the amount of water that was in here and the amount of water that fills in the whole thing. You're gonna subtract this from this. Do you understand when we do that? We do that because it's gonna give us how much air is in here, and that's how we know. That's how we're gonna know how much air happens. Yeah.
is in the flask. So you take these two datas that you two things that you collected, the water from the big graduated cylinder,
And you subtract it.
and you subtract how much air was in there.
And that's how you get